All right, hello everybody. It's quite cold already. So on Saturday I'm with a t-shirt and shorts, and by Sunday afternoon I am already with a long sleeve, like with a hoodie and long pants and socks and sport shoes. So, and I'm usually a person who is always with the flip-flops, like barefoot. But I gotta tell you, overnight, something happened. Fall really came. Now it's really nice and warm. It's up to 20 degrees Celsius at the moment, if not more in the sunshine. But it's cold. It's getting colder. Not looking forward to that. But something else I wanted to talk to you about, guys. Interrogation, Japanese style. So here is what happens. My oldest has a bully in his class. Okay, he's a bully. I don't want to sound bad. I don't want to sound horrible. I actually go out of my way and I feel bad for the kids. Because I was a teacher in elementary school, so I kind of like feel for some of the kids have situations and families that are just, it's sad. It's everywhere. It's not just here. But so here's what happens. In his class, it's a small class. There are like less than 20 kids in that class, and the boys are just a number of people. And one of them is a wannabe who wants to. Why did I turn this way? I'm so stupid. Anyways, one of them is wannabe, and he wants to be the center of the universe, but like not in a nice way. He wants to everybody to be his friend, but he's not doing anything nice for anybody, and downgrades people by the way he speaks, and lies a lot, fabricates lies to look cool. And I guess that's in every class, in every school, you would have at least one of those kiddos that is pain in the butt, the black sheep, whatever you call it. And so, but the thing is, like, my kid doesn't have tolerance for kids like that. He has leadership skills, and so the teacher, usually the homeroom teacher, counts on him a lot, and the other teachers as well. His classmates kind of look up to him. I'm not saying it's because it's my kid, okay, guys? He's just like that, okay? I don't think he got that from me, though. But he's an influence for good for his friends, those who he's hanging out with. They just want to hang out with him. It's not because he's half foreigner. It's not because his father has an English school. It's not because of that. It's just because he's a cool kid and they want to hang out with him. Completely the opposite from what is the other kiddo, the bully. So the bully goes to mommy. Mommy goes to calls the teacher, the homeroom teacher, and tells her that they're all avoiding his son and it's not fair, and they go and hang out in each other's houses on Saturdays, and they don't invite him, so that's not okay, and stuff like that. So the teacher on Mondays, because see, that's what happens. So that boy, the bully, he cruises around the neighborhood with his bicycle, and he has there are lots of siblings in that family. There are 8 kids present, and she's pregnant again with the 9th one, and she has 2 more from a previous marriage that are grown up. So that lady has pretty much in every grade of elementary school a kid. And so None of my business. I do not judge. I do not comment. Every family has their own whatever. Yeah. So with that said, he goes around with his other two sisters that are a year apart. They almost look like twins, and they all have like the same face. It's really amazing to me. But you can easily spot that they're the same family. So he cruises with them because they are the three kids that are in elementary school presently, and they see my kid and his friends playing outside, and then he kind of like gets sad and frustrated and angry even, like why didn't they invite him over to come over to play with them. My issue is I don't want that kid in my house. First is because he stinks and his hygiene is below zero, and I know because I was teaching his siblings before, the older siblings, English, and I know for a fact one of them I just didn't want to be around him because he smelled like toilet. Like, anyways, I do not judge, okay? People and hygiene, but I just don't want it in my house. And so that's that. Second of all, I know that they like to touch things and want to see things and just my kids' friends right now, they have this one room that they stay, and then just, if they need bathroom, they just go, and I don't let them go around the house and wander and do whatever they want. I feel really frustrated when people do that. It's like it's not okay for them to come in the kitchen and just talk stories or hang out. When they want to hang out with the babies, we do that outside. Okay, so it's not because of the corona, it's just because I don't know, I feel like I am a private person. I want my privacy. I'm not used to like having 10 million strangers walking around my house. I just don't like it, or for that matter even in the parking lot. Anyways, so he gets frustrated and he calls the teacher. He tells the teacher, or the mother calls on Monday. So on Monday usually is the interrogation day, you guys. Mondays are the you know what, I'll just go. The Mondays are the interrogation days, and that's when they the homeroom teacher starts calling the boys of that class one by one, talks to them one by one, and talks to them one by one, and hold on, sorry, the traffic is amazingly crazy right now here in the small intersection. But anyway, so she calls them one by one. Usually she has another teacher with her, and then after they talk to each and every one of them, then they come together and they talk to all of them together. I don't know who she picks as another teacher. Either it's the vice principal or the principal or somebody else, I don't know. And so my kid feels frustrated because he's like, they are basically telling me to be friends with him, and I can't because I don't like the way how he treats people, how he treats me. I don't feel comfortable around him, and I just don't want him to go and touch my stuff. So he basically, that bully kid, he basically does everything possible to make you go out of your skin, but then he insists you to be his friend. And it's like walking in circles, guys. Seriously, it's just like doesn't make any sense. And then he goes into his mom, and his mom starts calling and bugging the teacher, and the teachers interrogate the kids pretty much every Monday. One Monday even, she and her son were chasing my kid on the way back home when he was walking home. He happened to walk by himself that day, and I could not believe that. I remember I was cooking the dinner, and my kid was like getting into the house, and he's like, "Mommy, help!" And I was like with greasy, oily hands, and I was like, "Are you okay? Do you carry something heavy? Just put it down." And then he came almost crying. He's like, she was after me. I was like, who is she? And so he was really shaky, and I was like, well, this is not like, it's like, thank you, car. Is it like a stalker, or what is it like? Whatever. And so I was like, well, this is not okay with me. And ever since then, it got even worse. Like the following Saturday, I was like, you guys you're not going to be together in our house. I'm sorry, you're not gonna. What they do is they just come and play with their Nintendo Switch Fortnite. That's all they do. That's all they do. And last Wednesday, when my son went to a friend's house, they go to that particular kid on Wednesdays, and then the bully showed up there, and all the kids had their Switch. My kid doesn't have his own Switch. It's the family Switch. We got it for everybody, but he takes it for that day, for those many hours. He takes it with him, and it's on him. I told him it's on, if something happens, good luck, man. It's the family Switch. But anyway, so they play Fortnite the entire time, and that kid, the bully, there are so many kids in that house. They don't have a device, each of them, so he doesn't bring a device with him, and so he's like almost crying or something. And then later on, it turned out that the kid that was hosting all the boys, his older brother was not at home, so he borrowed that device. And so later he says to my son that my son's best friend, he made him cry. And then he tells to the best friend that my son made him cry. And then when the two friends, my son and his best friend, talked, and they told each other what the bully told them, they got really pissed, and they were like, oh, so he's like trying to rip off their relationship, their friendship. He's trying to make the other one the bad guy, and they just have zero respect for that kid, and they don't trust him anymore, because he's just like that. He just says those things, and he wants to rip them apart, and he wants to be the center, like the good guy. I don't know what he wants. I think he's just not happy with my son and his friend just being friends and hanging out all the time, and he doesn't like that. And it's not all the time, really. It's just Wednesdays, and it's not every Wednesday, and it's Saturdays, and it's not every Saturday. But it is what it is. After school, they go home together. They talk during the recess. Like, he cannot be part of it, so he just hates it. But like how he involves his mom, and the mom involves the teachers, and the teachers interrogate the children, and the homeroom teacher going to the point where she's like warning them that next time that happens, they get together on Saturdays without calling him, she's gonna call the kocho sensei is like the principal, and the kids get stressed out, and they just don't want to go through that. And so my son, the Saturday when they went out to play after a few hours of Fortnite, even though it was his brother's birthday party and there were friends in the house, he decided to hang out with his friends because he's pretty, and I get it. He's just, can't help it. But it's fine. And his brother was fine with that too. So they went to play outside, because they cannot really play game all the time, right? You just have to go and change atmosphere and go outside in the sunshine. So they go, and then they see that kid, the bully, with his sisters behind the bush, which is somebody's actually land, somebody's property. So they went behind the bush somewhere between the rice fields and whatever, and they were staring without saying anything to my son and his friends hanging out and playing together. And so they saw, my son spotted them, and then they got out, and they didn't say anything to them. They just walked away and left. And I'm sure he reported to his mom, and his mom probably, I don't know, he always threatens the boys that he's gonna tell the teacher, and it's like the situation is getting off hand because too much attention, he craves too much attention, and he doesn't, it just puts pressure on so many people, including the boys, but also the parents now, and the homeroom teacher, and the vice principal, the principal, and I don't know who, and my other boys are like getting pissed with him already. Like I know my youngest from the 3 old boys was kind of friendly with him, and he accepted him. He wanted to play with him and hang out, during school days, and play during recess with him. Like he was accepting, like he's that kind of kid. He doesn't really, he's a good kid. He plays with everybody. He reaches out to everybody. But like after seeing all that, he's like, oh no. I'm like, yeah, no. And what really made me angry as a mom, you guys, is the homeroom teacher, when she interrogates them one by one, she talks to my son and he tells her the history with that kid. Like we have an opinion about him already since the nursery school. When you go to nursery school, you start from the age of 2 up until you finish and go to 1st grade. So since then, that kid has been like quite the jerk, and yeah, my babies are asleep. Oh, so cute. So what I wanted to say is, the teacher, when she was interrogating my son, she said to him that what she thinks is like he is like the leader of the group of the boys against the bully, and then the other boys kind of like listen to him, and he kind of like dictates that evil spirit between like them and him. And so if he softens, kind of like if he accepts that boy, then the other boys will come around too, and then everything will be okay. So she's pretty much blaming my son that she's making him to be friends with him. I don't know what she's thinking. I have no idea. But what she's doing is accusing. That's a big accusation for my kid. And because he's my kid, I'll always stay on his side. And I don't think that's true, because he is not a guy to manipulate. I don't think so. No, I don't think he likes his friends. He likes to spend time with them. He's not that kind of person to tell them what to do. Like everybody has their own space, and they just chill, they just play and talk stupid, boys. But when that kid enters the space, the room, the atmosphere changes right away, and I don't know what to tell you guys. But that homeroom teacher, she just lost me. I was on her side. I was like thinking, maybe you guys have to accept him, maybe you can help him change, maybe the teacher is trying to reach out to everybody, so it's not fair for whatever. I was trying, and my son had it up to here, and he's like, you don't understand, Mom. I really don't understand. It's a boy thing. I'll never understand that. But I also do not have any respect for that teacher anymore, and it's just pain in the butt to deal with her right now. So husband is trying to reach out to the vice principal and talk to him about this whole ridiculous situation. It got to the point where I hate Saturdays. It's like my son feels pressure on Saturdays. Like we're expecting that boy to come cruising around the house. You know what I mean? Like a spy. And there's another one actually in my second born son. In his class, there's another jerk like that who just cruises with his bicycle around the neighborhoods and just sees who is where and just reports to people. Okay, hi A, B and C are playing there. Do you want to go into D's house? Or it's like things like that. It's like, just go home and have a life. Seriously. And people like that, I don't understand. Oh, don't want to understand, seriously. But my main concern is like how I don't know, like from the I want to know what they teach the teachers to. I want to know how the teachers are trained to handle situations like this, because it seems like this particular teacher is failing in every way and in everything. She's failing big time. And I just want to know what's the protocol, you know, how do you handle situations like that when the one parent is constantly calling and the school has it up to here with them. And I am almost to the mall. There's like a dude on the road with flags, red flag and white flag. The white is go, the red is stop. So I was not sure if I should go or not. Yeah, so I'm not gonna talk about this anymore. Let's see how things happen. But I know that my kid did not want to go to school today because of this whole. He was pretty sure that, you know, that the bully is gonna report to the teacher again behind the bush that he watched them, which is pretty ridiculous. What would he say to a teacher? Oh, I was spying on them on Saturday with my sisters behind the bush of somebody's property, and they were playing outside. That just the sound of it is like so ridiculous. Just so ridiculous. I want to laugh, but it is what it is, you guys. Gotta roll with it. And I am here, arrived safely at the mall. Now I have to load the kids in the sleeping kids in the stroller, because I have zero confidence leaving them here in the car by themselves with the engine on. I can't do that. So I'm just gonna load them in the car now, go get t-shirts for the boys for school, because it's long sleeve white shirts because I don't have them. And they outgrew the old ones and they're passing down the sizes, so I have to buy for the oldest one new ones. And I'm gonna go home and start selling cheesecake and apple pies. I'm so tired right now. I could sleep for 5 minutes, but no. Anyways, I'll talk to you next time. Bye.